jump right into it. That's the storyline that everyone wants to understandably know more about. So here's a look at the current state of things across the Atlantic Ocean, the Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico. As I mentioned at the start of the newscast, at least closest to us, there's two areas to watch. One that's right about here, and the other one that's to the west and southwest of that over the Caribbean. Now, right this very moment, we don't have any organized storm systems there, but it does look increasingly likely, even as compared to just 24 hours ago, that at least something is going to try to spin up there. Right now, as you can see, the area of lowest pressure is way over here in the western Caribbean off the coast of Nicaragua and to the north of Costa Rica. But it looks like here with the latest thinking of the American GFS forecast model that if we do get an organized storm system to spin up as early as this weekend, through Sunday, it would very likely stay to the south of Cuba. But it's important, of course, to not only have in mind what the global forecast models are thinking, but what the steering currents are likely to be as well. And that's why we have to watch this feature closely, as there are indications that if we do get an organized storm system to spin up within the next week in the Caribbean, it may be encouraged to move more toward the northwest. And of course, from where it would likely form, that would have it toward the Gulf of Mexico. So this is a look at what one forecast model is thinking on, like the probability of tropical storm force weather conditions. And right now, that's upwards of 40% based on one model here between the western side of Cuba and the eastern side of the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. It is still too early to tell not only if something will form, but where it will go. But when you see indications and signals like this, it is a good reminder to make sure that you're paying attention to the weather, as it looks like if something's going to get going here, we may have to be tracking it as we move throughout the forecast next week in the days following Election Day.